Hello ladies and gents, a month ago, I topped 5 of the best WrestleMania matches in history. Now, I am going to top 5 of the best matches in WWE Backlash history. WWE Backlash is a professional wrestling B-show event that follows up WrestleMania. It's an event WWE superstars would gain revenge and retribution with no remorse and no regrets, and WrestleMania is only the beginning. Let the Backlash begin.
Number 5. Edge vs. John Cena, Backlash 2009. The rivalry between John Cena and Edge started when Cena won the 2006 Elimination Chamber match and retained the WWE Championship at New Year's Revolution, and Edge would pick the bones when he cashes in Money in the Bank on a devastated Cena and take the WWE Championship. I know we're not going to talk about that moment that much, but still. Edge would go on as the most watched WWE Champion of the past 5 years on Raw from January 9th through 23rd. Edge would immediately drop the championship back to John Cena as a transitional champion at Royal Rumble. On one side, the fans' hatred on him makes him one of the greatest villains of the 2000s, and Edge would be more popular in 2006. And every Cena fan despised him. He even spears Mick Foley through a flaming table at WrestleMania 22. John Cena on the other, Cena would be booed at WrestleMania 22 and ECW One Night Stand by the ECW Universe. He even got mixed reactions in his home state of Massachusetts at SummerSlam and failed to regain the WWE Championship from Edge. At Unforgiven, in Edge's hometown in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, in this match, John Cena and Edge goes to war in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Championship, and Cena would give Edge the AA off the top of the ladder and through 2 tables and win his 3rd WWE Championship to have one of the greatest reigns in WWE history. 3 years later, this rivalry would reunite at No Way Out when Edge destroys poor Kofi Kingston in a Raw Elimination Chamber match and replaces him to take the World Heavyweight Championship from John Cena, and Cena would regain back the championship at WrestleMania 25 in a triple threat match featuring The Big Show. And I was wondering why Edge and John Cena never had a one-on-one WrestleMania match twice at WrestleMania 22 and 25. But their build-up of the last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash, which what their match at WrestleMania should have been, when Edge cut infamous "I Hate You John" promo, really makes this rivalry even more heated. This match really lives up the hype. This one has to be one of the most underrated last man standing matches in WWE history. Edge drop kicks the stairs onto Cena, Cena throws the stairs at Edge, John hits the AA off the top rope, Edge spears Cena in midair, the AA onto the crowd, fighting at the stage, Edge hits the concerto, and that goddamn Big Show ruining everything when he chokeslams John Cena onto the spotlight, and Edge wins his 9RH World Championship to put an end of this great rivalry. Number 4. The Undertaker vs. Batista, Backlash 2007. At WrestleMania 23 and over 80,147 in attendance, and WrestleMania is back at the stadium, The Undertaker and Batista begins their awesome rivalry over the World Heavyweight Championship, and Batista did everything in his power to end the streak of The Undertaker, but in the end, Batista falls to become the 15th victim of The Undertaker's WrestleMania undefeated streak, and The Undertaker becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. Both men made the World Heavyweight Championship interesting on SmackDown. Both men made history when they collide in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship to continue this physical trilogy and rivalry over the title, and Undertaker was the champion at that time. They had been fighting and wrestled in and out of the ring, tables were crashing, fighting at the stage, and in the end, Batista spears Taker off the stage and both men down, unconscious, and were counted out, and this match ended in a draw, which is an unpopular decision. A couple days later on SmackDown, Undertaker and Batista collide in a steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and the match ended in a draw, and Mark Henry attacks The Undertaker, and Edge once again picks the bones by cashing in Money in the Bank. Number 3. Stone Cold Steve Austin vs. The Rock, Backlash 1999, in Your House 28. Stone Cold Steve Austin was in his 90s as the toughest SOB in the WWE, even during the Attitude Era, and he expect no mercy. The Rock, on the other hand, he was called with 4 nicknames: the Corporate Champion, the People's Champion, the Brahma Bull, and the Great One. He would say lots of catchphrases and talk trash to entertain the WWE Universe and all of you. And the Attitude Era is without a doubt The greatest time to be a WWE fan. Two of the biggest stars of the Attitude Era clash at WrestleMania 15 for the WWF Championship, and the build-up from their match at Backlash was when The Rock stole Stone Cold's Smoking Skull Championship belt, which was stripped away by Mr. McMahon in the early fall of 1998 at Breakdown. Rock would call out Stone Cold and meet him at the bridge and send him off the bridge and chucks the Smoking Skull Championship belt away. And then, a week later, The Rock starts a funeral or eulogy of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Austin crashes his own eulogy when he destroyed The Rock's Lincoln with a monster truck and brawls with The Rock and takes back the Smoking Skull belt. But psych. Shane McMahon nails Stone Cold at the back of the head with a shovel, and the Smoking Skull belt is back in the hands of the corporation. Shane McMahon was the special guest referee at that time. If you missed wrestling matches like these, you better check them out. This is WrestleMania 15 all over again for Stone Cold and The Rock when they fight in and out of the ring. And at the stage end it was a no-holds-barred match. The Rock bottoms Austin on a Spanish announce table and talk trash at him, and he grabs a camera from the cameraman and continues to talk trash and gives Austin the bird, and Austin recovers and boom, the double bird and the stunner on the announce table. Both men back in the ring. Austin bumps into Shane and Rock hits the rock bottom. 1, 2, no. And Shane grabs a championship belt and nails The Rock in the head with it. Austin puts his arm on Rock. Shane counts 1, 2, no. Just like Survivor Series 1998, the referee gives Austin the double bird. Mr. McMahon brought out the Smoking Skull belt and the original referee and hit his own son with the Smoking Skull belt. Stone Cold hits the Stone Cold Stunner on The Rock once again and blasts him with a championship belt. 1, 2, 3. Stone Cold retains the World Wrestling Federation Championship, and Mr. McMahon gives Austin back his property. Number 2. John Cena vs. Triple H vs. Edge, Backlash 2006. When you take a look back at the Ruthless Aggression era, it was a special time to be a WWE fan, and you always had to choose a side between Raw or SmackDown. Rock theme songs were awesome, logos, stages and arenas are unique, the roster was great, the star power is good. Pay-per-views were special to watch, back when WWE is TV 14, etc. And here are fun facts about WrestleMania 21. Edge won the first ever in 2005 Money in the Bank ladder match. Meanwhile, John Cena would win his first world championship, and both men's careers were going uphill to build up their rivalry. Meanwhile, Triple H's reign of terror as the world heavyweight champion is going downhill. Speaking of 2006, there is a great main event on a weird show on WWE's Weirdest Year. 3 men made the WWE Championship on Raw. What it is then, some of you people may not be huge fans of triple threat matches but me. But this one had to be without a doubt one of the best triple threat matches in WWE history. Monday Night Raw in 2006 was good and weird at the same time, but it was the absolute best time for 3 men. John Cena on one hand. He's been one of the popular WWE superstars today since 2005. Even in 2006, he won the 2006 Elimination Chamber match at New Year's Revolution, had a great rivalry with Edge, making the King of Kings tap out at WrestleMania 22, had one of the greatest TLC matches of his career, stuff like that despite being booed in 2 PPVs. Triple H on the other hand in 2006, he made his King of Kings entrance at WrestleMania 22 and reformed D-Generation X with Shawn Michaels to have fun and make funny and wildest moments and send the fans home happy, despite not winning championships. Edge on the third, this one of Edge's best years of his career as a heel, he cashed in Money in the Bank to become the WWE champion, had a live celebration, had one of the greatest hardcore matches WWE produced at WrestleMania. Win his second WWE Championship at the Summer of the Year, he customized his own championship belt, had one of the greatest TLC matches of his career, and formed Rated RKO with Randy Orton. Before we get to number 1, here are honorable mentions. Number 1. Randy Orton vs. Mick Foley, Backlash 2004. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The hardcore match against Mick Foley at Backlash 2004 made Randy Orton a star. This is the night Randy Orton made a name for himself and proves why he's the legend killer. People say that Randy Orton's best year is 2009, like this is the year Randy Orton became the Viper and the Apex Predator. In my opinion, Randy Orton's actual best year is 2004. From his feud with Mick Foley to hold up to the Intercontinental Championship for 8 months, to one of the best hardcore matches WWE produced, to becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion in WWE history at SummerSlam, despite being kicked out of Evolution. Comment down below what are your top 5 best Backlash matches in WWE history, with honorable mentions. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.